Hey, this is Jeannie and Ron here with Rooted in Love Urban Homestead, and thanks so much for hanging out with us for a little bit. Please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to our channel. That helps us out, and you can keep up with all the latest that's going on with our urban homestead. As you see, we're standing in front of our okra plants, which are doing great, and it's been a while since we've done a garden tour, so we decided we'd do a garden tour to let you see the good, bad, and the ugly. But we've had really good tomato success, and we've had good okra success. So here's our green stalk. As you know, we pulled a lot of the lettuce out, and I planted some peppers, and we have some peppers coming up here. I have a nice green one there, and the chives and the carrots, and the dill is finished for the season. I went ahead and just let it flower, and you can see where also we planted some of the lima beans. And so 1, 2, 3, and something's had a little snack right there, but we have new growth coming out, and we have more lima beans down in the other garden. And here's our basil, our holy basil, Emily basil, Genovese basil. It's doing okay. It's taken a long time to really grow and grow bushy. So here are what we're calling our deck tomatoes, and Ron is going to give us an update. As you see, the tomatoes have done very well. I'm glad we started it early, again, because of this heat that we've had. And you see they've grown really tall, but we're still getting flowers on there. So I'm going to have Ron talk about this.
So this is our cherry tomatoes, the sun gold. We're getting some more blooms. Hopefully they'll go ahead and turn to fruit. This one's really tall. Probably need to extend the stalk up a little bit, or the stick. Our Amish paste tomatoes have been discovered by the birds, so I've got this netting around there, and it's not very effective. I don't know if we're going to get a whole lot more Amish paste tomatoes. There's one red one over there, and it's been eaten partially by something. There was a big red one right here yesterday, and it's gone. So not sure what's going to happen with these Amish paste tomatoes. This is the early doll that we just planted because it was pre-seed, and you can see the birds are eating it as well. I think for next year I'm going to have to build a greenhouse or something, keep the birds away.
Let's take a look at this. See, had a little snack. We're all about sharing, but
I'm just going to leave these out and as a sacrifice, and hopefully we'll get a few more of the Amish paste. So, and that one's been eaten a little bit on the bottom, so it's not going to be any good. Red one.
Look at that little nibble.
Oh.
There we go. A little nibble.
Just enough to ruin it. So here's our lima beans. They're not looking very healthy. They are getting some blooms, so hopefully we'll get some lima beans. This is our pole beans, and I don't see any blooms or anything yet, so we'll see. Pepper plants, looks like they're dying. That one does anyway. This one's looking a little better. It's got some blooms on it. Little white flowers down in there. The squash, it's got a lot of blooms. I don't see any fruit yet. This is the, what kind of squash was that, honey?
Or butternut.
Butternut squash.
Which is a winter squash.
Oh, here's one over here.
Okay, let me see.
Getting a baby one over here. You see down in there?
Oh, look at him.
Mm-hmm.
So cute.
Getting a little baby one.
That one looks like it's rotted over there. Or is that just the...
I don't know. Yeah, it looks rotted.
That's a good one.
Some more little baby ones over here. Maybe.
Oh, look at those little baby ones. Yeah.
Over here.
That's good. And our beans that haven't done anything other than climb. They're good climbers.
Yep.
But our okra has been doing great, even though something's been snacking on the leaves.
But the okra's doing good. We've been picking some every day. Here's one over here that's about ready to pick. We like them small like this, maybe just a little bigger. They get too big, they're tough.
Yeah, you don't want your okra to be huge for sure. Now, I haven't seen any of the white blooms. Have we gotten any?
Yeah, but they're falling off.
Yeah, they don't last long. Oh, there we go. It's about ready to bloom.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous, but they live very short lives.
Here's another one that'll be ready to pick tomorrow. Okra, you have to pick it every day because it grows really fast.
So what looks good on one day, it can get too big very quickly. There's some growing. There's another bloom that's getting ready to bloom back there.
Yeah.
Now, we did have some watermelon planted along. Oop, there's one okra that fell off down there. We missed it.
I put it there. It was
Oh,
too big.
it was too big. Okay.
Here's our couple of
Oh,
watermelons.
look at them.
Over here. So when those get a little bit bigger, I'm going to put like a hammock around them to hold them up.
Because if you just left them like this, they would...
it's too heavy. It'll be too heavy.
They just snap off.
So,
That's a weed.
yeah.
So we have 2 watermelon, it looks like.
I think there's one that's going down through there, but I don't know what it's going to do.
So we'll see.
So these first 4 plants are Cherokee Purple. There's one about almost ready to pick. It's split a little bit. We had a big rainstorm yesterday. Yesterday I picked everything that was starting to ripen so it wouldn't split. Those are starting to get ripe up there too.
And here's some here.
Some here.
Yeah, our Cherokee purples have done really, our tomatoes have done great this year. We really have had a bumper crop of tomatoes, even the ones on the deck.
They're growing out the top.
They're growing out the top. And how tall is this? About 6 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're growing up, and there's one. So we're afraid an animal's going to get it since it's up above.
And there's some dead leaves that need to be pruned off, but it's really hard to get in there to do that. These 2 down here are the Arkansas Traveler, and they're good. They've done well, and there's a ton of fruit on here. It just needs to ripen. There's a couple starting to get ripe over here. Like I say, I picked everything that was fairly ripe yesterday because of the rainstorm. I didn't want it to split. We get too much rain, the tomatoes all split. So
There's a little one. Look at that. That's interesting.
yeah.
Little one that's ripe.
Mm-hmm.
How's our compost doing? We haven't.
Look at their compost.
It's been a while.
I've been turning it. It's working. So it's turning into dirt slowly but surely.
Yep. And again, it doesn't have a really strong odor. It has an earthy odor, which is what you want. If it smells like rotten trash, you need to add more of the dry ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are in our front herb garden. And as you can see, it's about 7 o'clock at night. And our herb garden has full sun in the afternoon. So some of the things aren't doing well, even though they call for full sun. Our borage over there did really great when it was cooler, but it just doesn't like this heat and the sun. So next year I'll plant it somewhere that gets shade in the afternoon. And then the sage is loving it. Our motherwort is doing great. And so everything else looks pretty good. I'm not sure what's going on with the lemon balm though. It's kind of this purpley color, and it looks like it's a variegated lemon balm, but it's not really variegated, it's kind of purple. And so I've been very hesitant to use it and harvest it, to use it in any tinctures or teas. Would love if you all had some information about that and could give me some advice on what to do about my lemon balm. Not real sure. I may have to pull it up and start over, but we'll see. And of course, the passion flower vine is doing great. It loves this heat. It's a native plant to Tennessee. It's actually the native herb of Tennessee. And so it's doing really, really well. And probably if I had a bigger trellis, it would just climb, climb, climb. So we'll investigate that another time. But for now, it's working. I had one bloom. As you see, I have some more blooms coming up, and that should be ready shortly. There are a lot of buds on here. And the ants love this plant. I don't know, but they have really enjoyed climbing on it, making it its home. But I love all the little tendrils. I think that's so sweet.
I might need to put one of those bamboo poles so it can go up higher.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. You can see all of that's just hanging because it doesn't have anywhere to climb.
Mm-hmm.
It's our yummy haul from the garden. There you see our Cherokee purples and our Amish paste and the early dolls are the little ones, and then Arkansas Traveler, and then our okra, and then our sun gold. We are thankful for a wonderful harvest. So as you see, that's where we are in our garden right now. It is July the 9th, 2022. It has been very hot. We've been lucky to have some rainstorms that have come through late in the evening, which has given our plants some good drink, and we are very happy about that. May all you do be rooted in love. Until next time, bye.
Bye.